Hi everyone, this is Louise from 805 Soap. You can see my hands. And today I'm going to be showing you how I make curls for my soaps. How I make these. And what I do is I get a piece of soap that is about the width of my potato peeler. And what I do is I just go like this. And that's it. And today I'm making vanilla honey dust soap. This is a special request for a client of mine. And I just wanted to share with you how I make my soap curls. I know other people make them different. This is how I make mine. But I find that if I keep this narrow enough for my cutter, I don't have a lot of waste and it curls right up. So I just thought I'd share this with you. This is how I make them. And what I do is I get everything prepared. I get my soap curls prepared. I get my shredded soap prepared. I get my blocks prepared. Anything that I'm going to put in the soap, I get it all prepared in advance. Today I'm also going to show you how I mix some colors for my melt and pour. I'm getting my melt and pour out of the microwave right now. And what I do is I mix in a cup. This is yellow mica and this is turmeric, and I use both. They put on a really good color for me. This is what we call a dash, and that's about how much I use. I don't use a lot of color in my melt and pour, but I do like micas in there because they shine. And one of the little tricks that I use is alcohol. 70% alcohol. That's what I use in, it's rubbing alcohol. You can buy it in the store. I buy it by volume. I put it in big spray bottles because I do a lot of melt and pour. I put it in a little paper cup and I spray it. And what it does is it dissolves all of it, gets all of the clumps out, makes it easy to put it in my soap. And I just pour a little bit in a time and see what color I want. I want this to be like a light yellow or a honey color, actually, and it melts right in there. And it's so easy to do. So I want it a little bit darker. So I'm just going to take a little bit more of the turmeric, which is turmeric is an all-natural ingredient. And it does leave a little sediment on the bottom, but you don't need a lot to turn this. I'm really stingy with my colors. I don't like a lot of color in my soap, but that's just me. And for me, that's a really pretty yellow. I like that. And I'm just going to measure off 2 ounces of fragrance oil, because I use 2 ounces for 2 pounds. And I'm using Nature's Garden vanilla honey dust today. So I'm going to pour that in there. This fragrance oil is really, you have to work with it at a low temperature. I believe it's 134. Yeah, that's the flash point on it. Because, and this is really cool, but I have to keep stirring it in order to keep it liquid. Because if I don't, then I'm going to have a lot of problems. So I'm going to grab a mold. And these molds right here are drawer molds that I got at the dollar store. And you can get them either this size is 32 ounce. And I also carry the larger one, which is 56 ounce. And today we're just going to be doing a small one. So I'm going to put some of these embeds in here, and I'm just going to keep stirring as I do this because I don't want to form a skin on this soap. I've also added, when I melted the soap, about a teaspoon of honey in here. Because my client is a beekeeper, and they sell soaps at the bee company, I put honey in their soaps. So that's really cool. I can feel my hand right there, and it's really cool. So then I'm just going to take this and keep stirring it. Some people have asked me some questions about, their soap setting up too much. Their skin's on the top. It's not too cool. It's too hot. It's melting. There's a lot of variances in the weather. In the wintertime, I soap differently than the summertime. And sometimes in the summertime, I have to soap at night because it's too hot during the day. So I'm just going to put all of this soap in here. And I'm going to make sure that it all gets in there. And I don't try to scrape out the bowls because I don't want anything that's not melted. I'm going to spray a little bit of alcohol in there. And this is not on the sprayer. And I'm going to dump a little bit of little cubes in here that look like honey for a little bit of contrast of just something that looks a little bit different in there. And I just make all of my embeds in advance. And I'm going to be doing probably some cupcakes tomorrow. So but melt and pour is sometimes a little bit testing. You just have to work with it. The more you work with it, the better off you're going to be. It can be trying, it can be nerve-wracking, but just hang in there. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of the curling shaves on top. And there's my vanilla honey dust. This is really a sweet, sweet smell. It's a bakery scent. And I sell a lot of it at festivals and a lot of stuff. I do have clients that love this fragrance oil, so for me it works well. But there's my vanilla honey dust, and I'm going to put a little bit of glitter on there. And that's all. And there you go. So I hope that helps some of you and some of the questions that you guys have. Some of the other molds I have the smaller one. In this one I make a lot of my embeds with. I pour colored soaps into these, prepare them all in advance, and then I use them for shavings, or I use them for curling. And let me show you this.